Good Sunday morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. This video may pop up, I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday, but it is a Sunday morning drive here near Carrizozo, New Mexico, on the way to White Oak. Temperature shows to be an even 70 degrees at 8:43 a.m., which is very nice. And right now the clouds are blocking the sun from cooking my phone, but that may not last very long. Roll these windows up so we don't get a lot of wind noise. But anyway, yeah, we're just cruising over here to White Oak. It's a pretty drive. Cruising along at 30 miles an hour. They've redone this road. It's quite nice, actually. It's very smooth. And off to the right, which you probably can't see too well, is Carrizozo Mountain, and the clouds they can't get over it. They're stuck. So another interesting thing about clouds and mountains. So what can I tell you guys? Not a whole lot. I'm just cruising here, and I got me a Diet Dr. Pepper, totally unhealthy, but I did it. And then I also have some green tea, and I have some dark chocolate, cashews, walnuts, and almonds that I'm snacking on. And it's quite a pleasant morning and quite a pleasant drive. This is a big deal for me. And as you get older, you'll notice that things like this will appeal to you more and more. The racetrack life will be left behind you. The hamster wheel life will be gone. And you'll be just floating along in the inner tube of life. On the ocean of life, say that. But yeah, you can see the mountain now where the clouds are stuck. Yeah, that mountain goes, I think that mountain's about 8,500 feet high, maybe, yeah, maybe a little taller. But the clouds are so loaded with moisture that they're stuck. That's why on islands in the Pacific, you'll have the dry side and the wet side, because whichever way the prevailing wind comes from blows the clouds up on the mountain or towards the mountains, and it rains. On the other side, the dry side, doesn't rain. Can't get to them every now and then. But having said that, guys, what are my future plans? Well, right now, I don't have anything planned at all. I know that scares you, because Fickle Man usually has something going on. I mean, I've thought of it, a lot of things. I thought about going up to, what's it called, Sugarite Canyon, up near Raton, New Mexico, near the Colorado border. But, getting a spot there, and you're either going to stay in a state park, or I am going to stay in a state park or a national park or RV park. RV parks are third on my list. First and second would be state parks, national parks. Well, fourth would be boondocking. Well, it depends on the boondocking area. If it's easy to get in and out, that may move up to number one. But we've had a little rain around here, and yeah, it's quite nice. I mean, in the summers, here in this area, the high desert, is the monsoons. Monsoonal rains, and that's why you see temperatures in the summer sometimes dip down to, right now it shows to be 69. I think White Oak is a little bit higher in elevation than Carrizozo. It's certainly a scenic drive, and the reason I like it is there's rarely any traffic, so I can drive 30 miles an hour and enjoy the drive. How far is it to White Oak? It's not very far, 10 miles roughly, I think. And that's where they have the no scum allowed bar. It's been in a lot of movie scenes, and they have events there occasionally. Catchy name, no scum allowed. I like it. And it's really an interesting little bar. It's got a lot of, quote, ambiance. Have I ever been there? Yeah, long time ago. Seemed like everything I've done was a long time ago. Here comes a deer or something. Oh, it's a hawk. I saw something coming down the side of the mountain, and it was a hawk flying really low. Yeah, it's nice to drive 30 miles an hour, not have traffic backed up for 30 miles behind you, and people trying to pass. Not a car in front, not a car in back. Good talking road, right? Do I have anything really to talk about? Bits and pieces, just things that occur to me as we drive along here. This is, to me, a pretty area of the world. As we get closer to White Oak, there's a few trees, obviously, oak trees, a few, and a lot of juniper, tall ones, fairly tall. But where I live, near Carrizozo, out in the high desert, there's the tallest plant is about 3 feet tall. It's a really nice drive. So if you're ever in the area of Carrizozo, New Mexico, and you're here for a day, 2 or 3, be sure and check out White Oak. They have a little museum there. They also have a historic school building there that's interesting. It used to be a gold mining town, and I'm sure that Billy the Kid and some of his gang and buddies from the Lincoln County Wars hung out here, because it's not that far from White Oak to the little town of Lincoln, New Mexico. And if you're on a horseback, you'd be cutting across some of these hills and stuff. Probably wouldn't be more than, I'm going to guess, 20 miles or 30 miles cross country. How long would it take you to go that far on a horse? Well, it would depend. If you were just kind of loping along, it'd probably take you about 5 hours. But if there was a posse after, you could cut that in half. I'm glad they've redone this road. It's much better than it was in the past. Yeah, there were sections that were basically washed out, but now they have done a good job. White Oak, New Mexico, July the 21st, 2024. Well, where else would I rather be? I can't think of a single place. Do I plan on taking a trip? If I can come up with somewhere to go that I'm excited about, maybe. But I'm just in, man. I got books to read. Yesterday at the library in Capitan, I went over there to get some groceries. I went by the library in Capitan, New Mexico, 20 miles away, and picked up a couple of free books. What they do, they have this little canopy out on the side there of the entrance to the library, and they always have free books out there. And some of them pretty good. The one I picked up yesterday, I just read a few pages, but it's about this judge that wants to rob the Federal Reserve. Yeah, it's a good story. I don't remember the name of the author. I rarely remember the name of the author. If it's a good book, it's a good book. I don't care who wrote it. Yeah, we're just cruising. I'll let this go a while. Hell, ain't nothing else happening in my RV. Yeah, I'll do a video of the RV thing here pretty soon. I might do it today. It might come up next week. A lot of you guys want to see the inside. Well, I can tell you right now, it's cluttered. I live in there. I tried to keep it uncluttered, but I didn't do a very good job. I do have less stuff in this Class C than I had in the other Class C, by far. Less clothes, less everything. But it's still, because it's so small, you got about, I don't know, 80 square feet probably that you can use, and that's where everything it has to be. There's a historical marker ahead. I always say hysterical. Why? I don't know, just to be silly. There it is right there. It tells the story of White Oak. You know, gives you an idea of what went on here. They still mine. I think they still, some of these guys still look for gold around here. Now my phone's in the sunlight. It won't last long. It'll tell me it's overheating. If it does, if it cuts off quickly, you know that, is this thing fuzzing up? I can't tell. I thought I had that fixed. So we're just coming into the little town now. Yeah, they finally fixed this bridge here where it won't wash out. Cattle guard right here, you hear some noise. Well, and yeah, the little town is just right up here around this corner. Ain't much. I don't know what the permanent population is of White Oak, probably 20. It's actually plural, it's White Oaks. That little building off to the right here, the white one with the tin roof, that's the museum. And that little building behind it's part of the museum. And then off to the left here is, it's open, that building's open all the time. It's an honor system, you can leave a donation if you choose to. This building on the left, I don't know, somebody was going to remodel it. I guess they stopped. There's several homes in here. I'm not sure. Again, they're old buildings. There's an old building off to the right here. There's an old building to the left, which is an old school. The one off to the right, I'm not sure. That was the No Scum Allowed bar there on the left. We just passed. We'll probably see it again in a minute. I'm going to go to the right here somewhere if I can. There's an old building out here that I've never been to, but these streets, they dead end, you know. The thriving metropolis of White Oaks, New Mexico. Is this a street? No. Or is it? Let's go down. This is a street. There's no building here on the right. Looks like somebody got them something going. This wouldn't be a bad place to live. Oh, this says private. Well, I don't want to go private. But it also says Cooper Lane. I'm trying to use my backup camera to back out here. Let's get here and then we'll see if there's any cars coming. None. That says cow ponies and cottontails. Cute. We'll go back down here and see if I can get out to that old building on the left. Got to be careful on today because they've had a little rain. Yeah, they got a lot of old buildings here, man. I mean, they go back, gosh, probably 130 years or so. Now, this is the No Scum bar here. You've seen it 50 times. But yeah, they have a a lot going on here, but it's got a little. They got a patio outside here. You know, they barbecue and have. I think they have dances. They got a concrete pad there for dances. And this is the main section of the bar we just passing here. Yeah, you got to go in there one time, get you a beer. Yeah, they have live music quite often, or on the weekends sometimes. Let's see, here's one with a stop sign. Let's go left here. This might take me where I want to go. You'll see a lot of old buildings, man, I'm telling you. Let me put the camera dead straight here. Yeah, there you go. Just a lot of old buildings, man. Turn the fan down and roll the windows down. You know, this is, see what I mean about a dead end? This is a dead end. Well, not really. It's even worse. Do I want to go down that street there? Well, I'll show you the building I was thinking about going to. Let me get up here a minute and I'll show you. Yeah, this is somebody's house here. I gotta turn around. See that house straight ahead there? Let's see if I can turn around here now. Probably not. Let me see what I can do here. Just talking to myself and looking at my options. And there ain't none of them any good. These people that live out here don't like you trespassing on their property, and I don't blame them. They do get a few tourists in here that occasionally, let's see if I can back up here maybe. It's not too wet. Okay, now I got mud all over my tires. You're gonna hear it slopping up all over the vehicle now. Straight ahead, there's an old school building, and then right behind it, there's an old home, an old home that goes back, I don't know how long. Well, it's a beautiful day though. The temperature is just right. Roll down the windows and enjoy the ride. Y'all enjoying this? I am. We've been in that museum before. This old building here is full of antiques. The one we just passed there. Y'all want to go look in the museum? Hear that mud? This is it right here. It's called White Oaks Miners Museum and Miners Tool Shed. Yes, we're open. I met a girl here one day years ago. She was a character, boy. I'm telling you. Oh, she got ahead of me real quick. Anyway, let me get the phone. We'll go in there. Had to take a swaller of my soda. Hear that dog? I do. Mm-hmm. What do you say, old dog? You want to go with me? That's where we are. He's wagging his tail and barking, so that's a good sign. But see, here's where we are. It's beautiful here. Beautiful day. Very quiet. And this is where we're going. They even have a little walkway. What do you say, killer? Dogs everywhere. The Miners Home is a non-profit museum It depends on your donation. All right, well, I'll leave a donation. You can bet on that. All right. I put a $10 bill in here one time. You know, as tight as I am. See, they got all this stuff that goes back to the period when this was a mining community. See that dress that girl has on there and all that stuff. I mean, it even smells old in here, you know. It's got a wooden floor and stuff. Got a collection of old bottles up there and pictures of everything that shows the history of this area. And then here's a bed with a bedpan. And then there's a bucket there. You want to see some night? Look at this. Here's the beginning of the computers. You see that typer? We had one like that in my home years ago. I don't know what that old book is there on the bottom. Probably old city records. But anyway, yeah, they got this kind of. Yeah, but that's an old, of course, bedstead and quilt and all the stuff. That old Singer sewing machine. My grandmother had one just like it. And you ladies that are fashion plates, how would you like to have that dress on? And then over here, this lady that looks almost real is amazing, isn't it? And what else we got here? Yeah, but this is all period stuff, 1800s, late 1800s probably. And yeah. In the beginning. And those window shades, that lace or whatever you call it, that goes way back. There's an old lantern. So let's go look around some more. What do you think? Some of the wallpaper's falling off here. But anyway, we'll take a look around. You know, I could do videos of museums all the time, but the people don't like to. I mean, I'm the only one that enjoys it. I mean, here's an old family here. Family portrait. Can you see you in that photo? Or your grandparents? You know, men used to really dress up. You know, they'd wear bow ties and all kinds of stuff. And this is what is that? That's White Oaks Methodist Church, 1898. Anyway, let me get on through here, guys. We'll show you some more. This is the town of White Oak, a long time ago, and yeah, they have a map here, and you can pick up one if you choose to. I just want to show you right quick. There's an old dollhouse for some kid. This was a kid's room, I guess. That's the way they've got it set up. Yeah, look at all that. Isn't that neat? Yeah, they got some real antiques here for sure. Go over here. Here's a little rocker for a doll. Can you see yourself sleeping in this bed 100 years ago and wind blowing 30, 40 miles outside, temperature 0, snowing? I hear you. And the house heated by one potbelly stove. Here's a dinner deal, or the dining table. Yeah, all this over. I mean, I can remember some of this stuff. Even me, yeah. In our first home, I think we had a oven like that. That was in the late 40s. I was 4 years old. There's an old washer board right there. And then an old wash tub. And what else we got here? Outside, they have another building. What do we got here? There's another building outside here. Let's go look at it. You see they got these old door knobs? Oh, you got step one is unlatched. That's step one. There's an old killer out there. How you doing? 2 Tool Shed Museum. Let's go see the tool shed in the museum. You know what that is, don't you? It's what you call an outhouse. Yeah, we had one of those old grinder wheels like that when I was a kid. And yeah, you'd pump that thing right here, and that thing would turn, and you could sharpen stuff. And there's a bunch of steel balls used for something, probably a grinding device of some kind. Meat hook and pick. There's an old iron thing here, another lantern. The beginning of what was called a plow. These are saddle bags of some kind for a pack saddle. See how the wood there? That's a pack saddle that you'd put on a mule. And yeah, that's an original there. Yeah, that's an old pack saddle. No kidding. So, and look at the horseshoes and traps. What does this say here? My sign up here says Cedar Vale. I wonder if that was the original name of this town. But let's move along here, guys. We'll close this. But no, this was open, wasn't it? I think it was. I'm going to close it anyway. Well, you can't close it. That's why it's closed. Anyway, guys, from White Oaks, New Mexico, on that's a safe. This is an old safe. The door's missing, but this thing's cast iron. I mean, it's, you hear that? That's solid iron and concrete or whatever, yeah. There's some cut up trees. And if you have to use the restroom, ladies and gentlemen, you have it right here. Help yourself. Just hope there's not a wasp nest under that seat. That happens. I'm telling you. We had them when I was a kid. Anyway, guys, enjoy your life. Enjoy your day. Use the Amazon link. Drink plenty of water. Stretch, walk. Stand guard at the door of your mind and go to White Oaks whenever the hell you want to. All right? Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.